Happy time zone, friends. This is Kitty from Kitty Crosses Animals. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are on the island of Solaris, and we are going to explore the new 3.0 update, and we are going to get working on the Solaris Hotel. Come join me as I experience the 3.0 update, and we are going to get this hotel in tip-top shape. As you can see, I have already spoken to Tom Nook and Leilani. I don't have to go through that dialogue, but I haven't decorated any rooms on this island yet. I decorated a couple rooms on my island that I just kind of play when I feel like playing and not really making any content. But we're gonna go ahead and start I believe the seaside room is the first room. Leilani is gonna give me a little rundown here. We know how to do this though. This is just like decorating our house, just like HHP. Now, this may be a little bit of a hot take, but I actually kind of enjoy doing HHP. I feel like there's a lot of dislike towards, interior decorating in this game, at least among, the community here. But I enjoy it. I have a really good time. I always start with the wallpaper and the flooring. I feel like that helps me kind of pick out like the mood that I'm going for. So this one is like already pretty good, but I do want to put an accent wall on here. Yeah, I like that. The flooring is also decent, but it drives me crazy for it to be vertical, so I am going to put it horizontal. Let's go to the recommended items and see what it has in store. All right, so we have the rattan furniture. I am a big fan of the rattan furniture. I feel like everybody says it differently. I think I'm going to go with this reddish brown set for the room. Alright, we're gonna do like a king size bed, or not king size bed, but like a single bed hotel room. And I'm gonna throw the matching tables in. And put this one on this side. Now we have a lamp, right? I believe so. Yeah, nice. Alright, we'll just do one lamp. And then maybe on this other table, we can put like, do I have any kind of plant that's like a miscellaneous plant? Like an anthurium plant or something? Oh, I have this plant. I love this plant. That's always a cute one. I think I'm going to throw this stack of books on the floor, but let's change the customization to the old books. I think that'll fit the aesthetic of the room a little more. And we're going to put it right there. And now I'm going to put like a bigger plant back in the corner. I hate that it rotates when I'm trying to just scroll because I don't like what it does when it rotates. Oh, here we go. How about the Schefflera? And we're going to put it in the terracotta pot to match the furniture. Okay, I like that so far. I don't have the pillars or the partition walls or the counters because I haven't done HHP on this island yet, so that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I don't necessarily need them for this room, but I would like to have them. Oops. All right, maybe we'll pull this up a little bit more so you can see it a little better, and then we'll put, ooh, I like this rug a lot better. Let's get rid of this one. And then we'll put this underneath the bed and the tables. Okay, so we got kind of the bare bones going. Let's see what else is in here that's recommended. Yes, we have the vanity, and I think I'll put that over in this corner, along with the wardrobe, and we'll give it a little turn that way. Actually, I think I'll put this back in the corner. There we go. And then I'll move this over a bit, and then is there a stool? I thought there was a stool. Let me get a stool from my inventory. Oh, there's a stool. Okay. I thought there was. Could have sworn there was a stool. Okay. I like that. Let's put a couple of these chairs in here. Let's put it over on this side next to the other window. I'm going to move these books so that I can center the chairs. There we go. And then maybe move them back a half a tile. So I have room to put the table in here. Alrighty. There we go. Now, maybe I'll put the books on top of the table and possibly a chessboard. Can y'all believe that the chessboard is 98,000 bells? I'm gonna get rid of these books for now and stick this in the middle. I think that makes more sense. All right. I'm not really feeling like this feels seaside to me yet. It's not screaming seaside. I think I have other wallpaper that might make it feel better. I don't. Okay, that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, I'm not really feeling like this screams seaside. I don't know why. It's like, maybe this needs to be the white and blue. Oh, or the light brown. That's kind of better. That way it's not too stark, but it's a little bit lighter. And we can change all of this furniture to light brown. That's a little bit better. Oh, we have the plant partition in here. I think I would really like to add that. It's up here somewhere. I think it's just in everything. That does not fit seaside at all. We're going to make it match the rest of the room. Maybe not. I like the white. Yeah. Why not? I think that's okay. Maybe I'll put these slippers over here. There's some slippers in the recommended, I think. Yeah, those make a cute addition. I wish I could put them on top of the wardrobe, but I cannot. So I think I'm gonna move these down there a little bit, even though the window is there. Or should I keep it centered and just add another thing here? I'm not really sure what else I would add. I could do another plant. Oh, how about this lamp? That's not a bad idea. We'll go with natural for this. And maybe, is there a blue one? There sure is. That's nice. Okay, I can deal with that. And then I think I'm going to put the welcome mat here, the yellow one, the kitchen mat, for you to wipe your feet on when you walk in the door. Now, I don't think any room is ever complete until you put the wall and ceiling decorations in, so let's get to that, and maybe we can start to like this room a little bit better. I don't have a whole lot of wall and ceiling decorations, but I think the dynamic painting is a good choice. It's really small. I wish it was bigger, but I mean the seaside vibe fits. And then let's do a couple of these. Maybe over here. Alrighty. That's good for above the bed. Wow, I really have like nothing on this island. None of this makes sense, so we're just gonna skip that. And then I am kind of a sucker for putting the party garland over the entry. That's perfect. And I'll put a few of these on this wall. What can I put in the middle? We could do another painting. Not that one. How about this one? That fits perfect. Okay, here is what I have come up with for our first room. This is the seaside room. I really wish I had more furniture cataloged, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Let's go ahead and talk to Leilani. What's the scuttlebutt? All done. I am finished, Leilani. Oh my gosh, that's such a cute little animation. We got our first room in. We got our first room all ship shape thanks to ye, kitty. Thanks a bunch. Now let's see who our first hotel visitor is. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous, you guys. This visitor is going to be walking around my island. Oh no, it's freaking Clyde. God damn it. I can't believe this. What a freaking uggo. He's like putrid yellow with a terrible shirt that does not match him whatsoever. And I can't even decorate the mannequins until he's gone. Thanks for waiting, Leilani says. I showed our guest to room 1. Clyde was real happy. Yeah, I bet he was. I can thank ye for all your hard work. Here's 200 tickets for ye. Woo, 200 tickets. I'm rich. Not really. I barely have any tickets at all. Let's work on our second room, you guys. We are going to pick the Japanese room. Let's get started. We unlocked all of the artful furniture. That's awesome. Let's do... I really like the orange wood, I think, for this. No, let's keep it white wood. And I think the deep green is what I'm gonna go for. Yeah, that's really nice. All right, what else do we have in here? Ooh, we have the Zenlo table. I love this. This is one of my favorite tables in the game. I don't know why, it just looks weird when they're totally touching together. That never happens. All right, we're gonna put some wooden mini tables in here. I'm kind of doing the same layout, I realize, as my last room. I didn't really want to do that. Maybe we should do a double bedroom. Okay, I don't hate that. Yeah, let's stick with that. And then we can kind of put this closer to the doorway. Sweet. Now, do we have a lamp here in miscellaneous? We do, but only in the tubular lamp, which I cataloged already, but I don't want to use it for this room. And I don't really want to use the rattan, so I think I'm going to use this water pitcher that's up here. The glass pitcher, yeah. That's pretty cute. Okay, let's see what we have for the Zenlo table. How about some tea? I'll probably stick with the green. Yeah, and then maybe we'll customize this. That's pretty cute. I love that. Okay, and then in the recommended, I saw, yes, the floor seats. And then I'm gonna change these. I'm gonna actually keep those as the daisies, just like the tea, the cloth under the tea. I might need to move this over. I don't want to do the same layout as the last room though. But I don't want this chair in the way of the doorway. I'll put them on the side, I guess. Okay, that's better. Now we have other items in here. The artful shelves, these are really cool. These I like a lot. And we're gonna put them, if it'll let me rotate them that way, if I put them somewhere where I can rotate them. I'm gonna have to move this in order to rotate the shelves. That means we're not gonna be able to walk there. Does it matter? Does it matter if we can walk there? Nah, as long as we can get one way around, I think that's fine. Ooh, let's do the bamboo sphere and the dried bamboo and the bamboo candle holder. That's really cute for this room. Did I unlock the artful screens? I sure did. Now these can be customized as well. Let's go with this deep green again. I like that a lot. And it's a half tile, which really is my jam. Cool, cool. Actually, I think I'm gonna put them behind the beds. I like the idea of that. Now, where can I put them to rotate them? Perfect. Yeah, and that deep green looks really nice. All right, this is what we're working with so far. I feel like this corner is pretty empty, so I'd like to put something there. We have the artful lamp, which, okay, the cloth cannot be decorated. That's okay. Is that gonna, yeah, we can fit through there. It might be a little bit scooch core, but we're gonna do it. And I'm gonna do, whoops. Actually gonna do another one of these and put it over on this side. No, I don't like how that looks. I think that's about it for furniture. Let's see what they have for wall decorations. There's really not much extra that was in here, or that wasn't in here prior, which is a bit of a bummer. So we're gonna put some more coconut lanterns in here. Maybe I should put them all the way on the outside. Yeah, I think that's okay. There's really nothing else that fits. Ooh, maybe this. The wooden plank sign, yeah. That's good. Maybe I'll put that above the bed also. Yeah, I think that looks nice. And we're gonna take a picture. I think we're done with that room. Let's talk to Leilani. You've got a popular room on your hands, no doubt. I hope so. All right, who's our next visitor? Hopefully it's somebody that's not as ugly as Clyde. We've got another room ready for our guests. 200 tickets as a little thank you. Please take out your phone. All right, so we're gonna have 400 tickets to check the souvenir shop, and we can also do some bulk crafting to get some more tickets. Let's check out what Graham's got. I'm gonna skip over the hotel items because truly I'm not interested in them. Oh goodness, we got the circle cushion and it's white. Yeah, we're gonna order a couple of these. And the flower planter, ooh, it's white and blue. I can always go to Carves to customize that, right? Maybe not a second one. What else do we have? Ooh, the tubular chair, also blue. And then I got the dark artful furniture. Let's go ahead and get the artful bed. I don't have enough tickets for that. All right, so I guess we'll do some crafting. We've decorated our 2 rooms. We're gonna go do some bulk crafting and send out some of our Solaris goods to some other islands. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and put a crafting bench right here because, oops, my pockets are totally full because I went to a treasure island. And here's what's amazing is that we don't have to check the box and we don't have to have a pocket full of materials because we get to craft from storage. And when we go to our DIY crafting page, we now have this DIY request. So I'm able to craft these things, but I need a flimsy axe for this. So I'm gonna need to make a regular axe, I'm gonna need to make a flimsy axe, but apparently, let's go to craftable. Flimsy axe, sweet. Now if we go back to our request page, everything should be perfect. Everything is craftable. I'm gonna go ahead and get these put out so that Cap'n can take them to another island. How amazing is that? I made a bird bath ×2, you guys. Now, in order to do the bulk crafting, you have to get to the prompt that says craft a blank, and then you hit the Y button, which will take you to this page where you can, how many of these do I need? Just one. It'll take you to this page where you can set the quantity up to 10, is as many as you can make. But I just need 1, so we're just gonna do 1. I need 3 flimsy axes because I need 3 axes. All right, let me go back to this. Oh, I could have done 2 right from there, silly. And now we can make our 3 axes. That's it. One thing about when you turn in tools, you have to go into your tool ring and make sure that they're not favorited. Otherwise, it will not let you put them in the box. Now we're gonna submit our items. Ooh, and all of our tickets are ×2. We're gonna get rich from this. Sweet, we have 620 tickets. I'm gonna call it that for a day. And Cap'n is pleased, so he's gonna make the delivery. Now that's about all we can do for the hotel on day 1. They only let you decorate 2 rooms a day, which is probably a good thing. I don't think we all need to be speed running the hotel, honestly. I totally understand the want to do so, and I don't judge anybody who is doing that. Because getting all those items unlocked, ooh, yeah, I'm ready to do that. Now that we have finished our hotel tasks for the day, we are going to get working on this library build. I have cleared out this huge section for it, and I'm really excited for you guys to join me on this build. Let's get started. first things first is I'm going to put on my hard hat because I want this library to be a 2-story library. I'm going to throw an incline and we're going to put the second story behind here. And then the first story will be up front, obviously, so because you wouldn't be able to see the first story if it was down here. So I know I kind of introduced a little bit of the terraforming mechanics in the last video, where you hold L and you can do the cha-cha slide. You can go forward, you can go backward. It makes terraforming and laying paths down a lot easier. It's kind of hard to get used to at first, but you're really just holding down one extra button. Once you get used to it, it really is a legitimate, literal game changer. But we're gonna start with our cliff construction, and I'm gonna start filling this area right here. Silly kitty picked the waterscaping tool instead of the cliff construction, so we're gonna try this again. We've got our second story terraformed, and I did go ahead and grab an incline from Tom Nook. I'm gonna place it here. Actually, I want to make this a little farther over so that there's a little bit of room between the cliff and the incline. I don't really want them touching up against each other because I want to have room for some items next to the incline. So let's imagine this. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's pay off Lloyd, and I'm gonna donate as much as possible, and we're good. We have actually the first incline on our island. I think I'm gonna go ahead and time travel so I can get this incline built, because I would like to start, I think, on the top floor. So I will see you in the next day. Good morning, Isabel. What is today's announcement? Do we possibly have a campsite villager? Nope, she's just announcing that the hotel is open and thanking us for our work, but we are going to get going on this library for now. Now, I've got to lay some pathing down, so I'm gonna get to that. We have our pathing down on the first floor. Let's do the second floor. I forgot that I wanted to start with up there first. We have our pathing laid on the first and second floor, and I did change these cliffs a little bit just because I was testing out how I wanted to lay my bookshelves, and they weren't quite fitting exactly the way that I wanted to, so I did need to change those a little bit. And I know that I said I was going to work on the top floor, but I kind of have an idea of what I'm doing on the second floor, or on the bottom floor, so I'm going to start doing that. So we're going to line this cliff with bookshelves all the way around, and I don't want that there because I want to put a plant in that corner. And that's not where I want that either. There we go. Let's try here. Thank you very much. I love that these are half tile items. There we go. I love the little jump. It's so useful for so many things. Oops. See? Now I'm gonna place it exactly where I want it. And then one more bookshelf right here. Give it a little scooch, and a little scooch, and a little scooch. Okay, I really like how that looks so far. Now I'm gonna line the edge of the top floor and kind of do the same thing. And of course, this is one tile too long for these bookshelves. Maybe I'll scooch them down and put something in this corner. Awesome, we have our bookshelves lining our cliffs. Now I need to add a couple things here in this corner and down in this corner as well. And I may need to get some more bookshelves for over here. I haven't quite decided if that's what I want to put on the edge or not. I had 2 more wooden bookshelves in my pocket, so I did add those to the edge, but I'm gonna put, I think, some plant partitions here. I've got all kinds of Nook Miles to collect, so I'm gonna do that. All right, I got one for customizing some furniture. I got one for, putting a path down on my island. Doing the cliff. Oh, and that's it. So I guess it wasn't as many as I thought, but. All right, back to the library. I think I would like to put this bird of paradise here. This is something that I cataloged. Obviously, I haven't gotten to this point on the hotel yet, but I did catalog it because I was eager to put it in my library. I needed it, you know? It's a beautiful plant. And I also just crafted this rocking chair. Push. Thank you. That's not too bad. I want to put a little wooden stool in front of that rocking chair as if it's like a little ottoman kind of deal. Well, I need to craft it first. I swear, it's so hard to find DIYs half the time. I know I have it. Do I not have it? Oh, gosh. I need to get one out of my storage then. All right, I found one, luckily. And I'm gonna put a little pattern on here. We're gonna keep it dark wood, but I'm gonna put a pattern on here. And I think I do like the daisies a lot. I'm not sure if I want it white though, so I'll do this little quilt square. Now let's go ahead and place this back with the wooden stool, or with the rocking chair, I mean. And I'm gonna pull it on a half tile. Because as you guys know, I'm a sucker for half tiles. Now I need a stack of books. Actually, I'm going to get out the strapped books. Okay, I like that. All right, I needed to come to Harv's Island because I have a few things that I need to customize, but can we just talk about the weird things that Wilbur says? Touchdown like doing paper crafts in a stethoscope. We are parked and proud. How do you do anything in a stethoscope? I just don't get it. It may be raining on my island, but I've got a pocket full of sunshine here, and we're gonna go ahead and start laying out some of these items. I would like to put down an evergreen ash, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be too big. I want to hide this corner here. Yeah, that's too big. All right, well, bummer. That's changing my plans. All right, well, I have a couple vintage sofas that I'm going to put out. Here's one. And then I've got a second one. Awesome. Let me push this back so I can put the... Please don't sit down. So I can put the low table out. Those don't really match, do they? I don't love that. I may need to go back to Harv's and customize those. Or just order a new one. I'm gonna order new ones. This is the customization that I had before I went to Harv's, and I customized them to the orange, but they don't look good with the table, and I don't like that. I got these Nordic sofas for now, while I wait for the vintage sofas, but I actually do really like these. I just need to push them a bit closer to the table. Now, I need to put something on this table. I have a chessboard in my pocket that wouldn't be a bad addition. Does it need to be rotated? Yeah, it goes the other way. But if I put it here, oh, that's so annoying. It's gonna have to be sideways. That's gonna bug the crap out of me. But we're just gonna pretend like it's not happening. I've got some desks that I wanna put up on the second level. I guess not. Back to storage. Let's try this again now that I have the desks here. Here's one desk. And then I will put another desk if I can find that one. Place it here. This way people can kind of like work together. Do I have room for chairs here? I think I got out a stool. Ooh, what if I did the cushions? Nope. All right, I think I'll leave it to just one desk here, and I'm gonna put it up against these bookshelves. Awesome. Now I do have some kind of chair here. What if I did the tubular chair? That's pretty cool, but I need to put something on top of the desk. And then I'll put the scattered papers on the floor here. That's perfect. Here's the stool I was looking for. Wonderful. Okay, do I have another plant? I would like to put a plant here. I don't think I have one in my pocket that's gonna fit, so I'm gonna run to storage and grab one. I've got a monstera, and I gotta turn this bad boy so we can see the beautiful leaves. And what could go in this corner? I'm gonna leave it for now, I guess. I'm thinking here we're going to have the reception area slash checkout area, so let's put down this counter table I have. And we're gonna pull this forward just a tad, and then I have the counter chair to go with it. And we're gonna just pull that. That's so annoying that those browns don't match. Why? Ugh, that's gonna annoy me. No, please don't sit down. Push. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna put the document stack here first. Here it is. And then I have this clipboard. Nope, wrong piece of furniture. And I'm sitting again. I have this clipboard that I wanna put down that kind of looks like a check-in, check-out kind of deal. So here we have our check-in area. All right, now it's time to finish decorating the upstairs of the library. I'm kind of struggling a little bit, but I do have some things in my pocket that I'm ready to put out, and Solaris is all about trusting the process, so we're just gonna go with what we have. I have this painting here. And then I also have this metal pot over here, which I think might look a little weird if I just put it right there. So I'm gonna need to find something else to put in that back corner, I think. And let's see, I think I have another desk. I do. I don't think I have another vintage stool though, so that's kind of a problem. I guess I'm back off to Nook shopping for that. I ordered a stool for here. Now I'm gonna see what else I can put on this desk. I think I've got a typewriter in here, which would be perfect. And maybe another cup of coffee. And here's our little takeout coffee. I think that's just so cute. It's literally so adorable. I think I'd like to put another sofa up here. I think that green one is okay. And then maybe if we have room, we could put a little table right here. I crafted a wooded mini table, and I'm gonna stick that right here. Can I push that over any? Yes, okay, that's at the perfect spot. I'm actually gonna move this so it's not in front of the bookshelf, and I'm gonna put it over here instead. I really wish you could put rugs down. Like, that drives me crazy that you can't. I think I'm gonna do what I did in the cafe and put down my own rug. Clearly I haven't talked to Sable very much because I don't have very many patterns. So I guess I'm gonna use one of my custom designs. There we go. Now we've got a little rug-ish in front of the sofa. Yeah, that's cute. It breaks up the wooden decking a little bit. I've got an idea, and I would like to put some hedges here just to kind of block off the library and like kind of make it its own little area. So I'm gonna build those right now. I think that is cute. Now, can I put one behind this couch without going on the road? Probably not. So I think I'll just leave it like this for now. Do I have any more bookshelves? I think I used them all. I sure did. How about this? The vintage dresser, which I think I already have in my pocket. Oh my gosh, it's not on the road, but I don't like it there. Let's try it here instead. Whoops. It's a little funny that it's in front of the bookshelf, so I will pull it forward a bit. This is where you can like look up your library books. Now, I wonder if I have a desktop computer. It looks as though I do not, so that's kind of a bummer. I grabbed a goddess statue from the Zelda collection. I'm gonna try to put that here, and I think I kind of like that. Let me pull this forward a little bit, see if I can push it over. Yeah, all right. I wish there was something behind it though. Maybe I need like a simple panel behind her. I put down a simple panel behind the Guardian statue, and then I put down this cool globe. I don't think I knew that spun. That was really cool. And then I put this magazine up here for now. I really would like to get some kind of computer. I might have another laptop. I do not, but I did find something to put on top of the vintage dresser. How about this stack of books? Can never go wrong with a stack of books. And then I also have this rope partition I thought would be fun to kind of like, to rope off like a restricted section kind of thing. Yeah, that looks fine there. Scooch. All right, that's cool, that's cool. I did some time traveling and I bought these plant partitions here just to kind of like frame off the library like I did with the hedges, but I just wanted to use something else here. And then I got the vintage stool so that we could place that up here. Friends, I think that's it for our build today. We have a 2-story library here. We've got all kinds of creatives working on their things. We've got cartoonists, we've got writers, we've got a painter. We've got some academics over here. And let me show you guys the view. Here is the final look at our library. And I'm really proud of how this turned out. I think it's super cute. I'm really loving the whole split story thing. Thank you, friends, for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Make sure you drop a comment, leave a like, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos from me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.